Hey guys, M2 Collector here with another figure review. Next up is the Jada Toys. This is a weird... Jada Toys, the corporate mascots or cereal mascots, whatever you want to call it. In this case, it's cereal, but you have like Chester the Cheetah from Cheetos, which is not cereal. It would be a disgusting cereal. But here we have the Jada Toys 1/12 scale action figure of Tony the Tiger, the mascot of Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. I ate some Frosted Flakes not too long ago, and you know what? It was pretty good. I hadn't had it in years, and I am diabetic, so I should not be having it. But it was pretty good. Looking at the box, we have a pretty cool looking blue box. We get this open tab there. It's a slam dunk, and then you got Tony the Tiger with a bunch of accessories. He's got hands, he's got a bowl of Frosted Flakes, he's got a hand with a spoon full of Frosted Flakes, he's got a basketball, and he's got a box of cereal. Like, it's insane. And then lots of really cool articulation. The thing about it is, Jada Toys makes awesome action figures. Sometimes they're just a bit odd when you have these mascots. They're cool. They look cool. This will be my first time checking them out. So big shout out and thank you to Big Bad Toy Store for getting this out my way so I can review for you guys and check it out and get all excited about it. This guy is in stock right now at Big Bad Toy Store. So link in the video description below if you're looking to pick this up. I've heard lots of great things and I'm excited to check it out. I love the fact that on the side of the box where we would get like the ingredient list and all that, this is the breakdown of the figure. It says action figure facts. You've got serving sizes 1 figure and it says 1/12 scale action figure. Included accessories are a cereal bowl, a cereal box, a basketball with effect, hands, which is 5 of them. This is just super cool. Authentic retro styling, quality collector paint 100%, quality collector sculpt 100%, points of articulation 21, and there's the full breakdown of the figure and everything like that. This is just super creative how they did that there. Just absolutely love the way they did that. And then some artwork of Frosted Flakes and Tony the Tiger, which just looks great. If you guys get that message. You kids might not. Like, you probably don't understand. Like, I don't know if there's still, like, Frosted Flakes commercials you could see Tony the Tiger, but when I was a kid, that's what we got. But anyway, there we go. Action figure, Frosted Flakes. They're great. Tony the Tiger. Let's go ahead, open it up, and take a look. Of course, Jada Toys, we know they do some fantastic stuff. We've got Mega Man. We've got Street Fighter. So, no difference here. I'm excited. I will do a comparison with these guys to keep that blue theme going. Alright, here's Tony the Tiger out of the package. I'm going to get this out of the way. This figure is so good, and it's better than it has any right to be. Like, why would a Tony the Tiger action figure be so damn good? I don't get it. I mean, I do get it because, for one, Jada Toys just makes quality action figures from an accessory standpoint, from an articulation standpoint, from a sculpt standpoint, from a paint standpoint. They're doing everything the way collectors want, the way fans want them to be. They're doing everything right. And so when you have these cereal mascots, and you know, you can get these at Ross now pretty heavily, like Frankenberry, Boo Berry, Count Chocula. Those were at Ross. I never got any of them because I never really... I don't need these in my collection. I don't need Tony the Tiger in my collection. Am I happy to have it now? Hell yeah, because it's so good. And again, everyone has been telling me just how good this action figure is. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's Jada Toys. It's going to be good. But having this in hand, it's like, oh my God. Like, this figure has no right to be this good. Like, this is better than probably any Marvel Legends figure there is. Now, you know, ties to the character and things like that is going to differ depending on the person. But man, this Tony the Tiger figure has just an insane amount of articulation, and the accessories are so cool. So looking at the accessories, we got the bowl of cereal. It's not super detailed in the cereal, but it works. And the way it works on his hand is you have that cupped hand there with the peg on there and a peg hole at the bottom of the cereal bowl. So that's how he can get it to hold the cereal bowl there. You got the spoon with the cereal. I don't know if it's supposed to be loose in here, but you could swivel that spoon around depending on how it would make sense. You know, obviously he's not going to want to hold it that way because the cereal would just fall out. Can it be removed? Yeah, it can be removed. I don't know if for certain it's supposed to be, if it's supposed to be glued on there, but it can come off, and that's pretty cool. So I don't know, maybe you could just do like, hey, thumbs up kind of deal. But you can get the spoon in there. And that's really cool. And then there's 2 extra sets of hands. There's a total of four extra hands total here. You got the finger on the right, and where he could point up and do that. They're great, right? You got that hand, that hand there. You got a thumbs up hand for the left. You have a grip hand for the right. I don't know what he would grip. Oh, I know what he would grip. He's gonna grip the cereal box that he comes with. Like, boom. Got it. Duh. You get the cereal box. Frosted Flakes. It's like printed on. It's just this, rectangle piece of plastic, but it's got the printed on, so it looks exactly like an actual cereal box on there. It's got all the writing. It's got a QR code. Does that QR code actually? No way that QR code works, right? There's no way. It's too small. There's no way it would work, right? I'm trying. I got my phone. I'm trying it. It is too small. Like, can you imagine if it would have worked? And if it would have, I would not have been surprised because of the quality that this looks. Looking at the side of the box, and that's exactly how like the side of the action figure box looked. You got the ingredients side there. Just so good. So that's the box there. And then a couple of extra hands. We get 1 finger pointing hand for the right here. And what this is for the spin that you can do with the basketball there. So you also have the basketball. It's all orange. It's got a nice texture to it to actually look like a basketball. I wish the lines would have been painted in black, because then it really would have looked like a basketball. But, that's getting super nitpicky. No big deal there. But it has the peg hole in there and the peg on the finger, so you could spin it around. And then you get the spinny effect piece that goes on the basketball. And it just kind of rests on there, and it doesn't have to be anything special, and you could just kind of do it, however it makes sense to have kind of this swirly effect to it. And that's just super cool. As you can see there, it just has two translucent plastic pieces again, and it would just wrap on there any which way you want to kind of give it that twirly look to it. And then there's an extra fist for the left. So the left, you get a cupped hand there and a fist. For the right, we get a lot more hands. Thumb also had thumbs up on the left as well. And then the thumb has the spoon holding hand, the finger pointing hand, the basketball spinning hand, as well as the grip hand. So that's all the accessories for Tony the Tiger. That's insane. The bandana here also is soft goods. It has Tony printed on there. It's got this crazy tie look. Like, you could probably untie it. I'm not going to untie it. But that's just crazy cool. Like, it's insane how good this is. Like, it's just crazy. So let's go ahead and jump right on into the articulation. They're great. I got the finger pointing hand on there just to show you guys. So the head can swivel around, and it is on a ball joint in there. It's kind of like the neck. I don't want to pop this off. We can't pop it off. The neck does have a separate piece, and then you got the dumbbell joint on the head in there, so it just moves around really nice. You can do a swivel. You can looking down that much. You can't really look up a whole lot, but you get some good movement going on in there. The shoulder you can get to go straight on out like so. You can do a full rotation in there. You do have a upper bicep swivel in there, double jointed. Ay. So my elbow, just a heads up, my elbow on the left hand is super stiff for the lower portion, and it's still pretty stiff getting to bend. So total bend on that elbow, on that double jointed elbow, gives you that much bend there, which is nice. Wrist swivel, and most of them have the standard horizontal hinge. The ones that do have the vertical hinge are the thumbs up and the finger pointing hand. So the basketball twirling one, and then as well as the finger pointing one, have vertical hinges on there. Now the torso, we get the diaphragm cut in here, and then you have the ball joint at the waist. So total, Tony the Tiger, like, look at this. This is crazy. He can tilt this much to his left. Like, that is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. And to the right, he can tilt that much there. That's just crazy. And then going back, he can go back that far. Coming forward, look at this. Look at that. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Like, insane. Swivel at the waist. That it's on a ball joint, but swivel at the waist. And the diaphragm cut, same thing. Ball joint, so you can swivel around. It just, the motion is just crazy. It's crazy. Legs go out that far apart. That's pretty good. These legs are teeny tiny, by the way, but I mean, that's like his body. So he can kick forward only so far, but the legs are little. Legs go back really far, so that is good. There's a tiny bit of twist in that leg in there, similar to like a Mafex, but a little bit less range, I would say. You get a swivel at that knee, though. It's a single jointed knee. So on the knee, you can bend that much there. So about 90 degrees at that knee. And again, full swivel in there. And then the ankle hinges down, hinges up an insane amount. Ankle pivot. Look at that. We even get the like bottom paw part of his foot painted in there. So really good articulation in there. And then the tail is on a swivel ball, and it hinges. So you can hinge down. You can hinge it whichever way you want and move it around. Just crazy, crazy movement for Tony the Tiger. Like, this is Jada Toys, though. This isn't... I'm shocked, but I shouldn't be, because Jada Toys makes such good action figures. And I know right now it sounds like I'm glazing the hell out of it, and then I'm just shilling it out like crazy. But if you have any Jada Toys action figures, you know what I'm talking about. You know how good these things are. And Tony the Tiger might actually be the best amongst them all. Now, it's not going to be my favorite over Mega Man figures or my favorite over the Street Fighter figures. Of course not. But man, he moves better than those ones, I would say. Okay, so putting in some Jada Toys action figures here. We have the upcoming Scooby-Doo figures are going to be coming out. And then Jada Toys did do Universal Monsters in the past, as well as other cereal mascots. And then Chester the Cheetah. 2 versions of him. Maybe 3 versions? A glow-in-the-dark? Maybe the glow-in-the-dark was the Flamin' Hot Cheetos version. I'm not sure. So at least 2 of those. So they've been doing action figures. I've heard really good things about those Universal Monsters as well. But at least I can tell you for sure, like Street Fighter line are a really, really good action figures. Probably some of the best in the 1/12 scale action figures out there right now, especially for the price. And then you also have Mega Man, which is also really good. They just don't come out as frequently as like Street Fighter figures or anything like that. But Tony the Tiger, he might even be better than Mega Man and Street Fighter from an action figure standpoint. Just, obviously, I don't hold a special place in my heart for Tony the Tiger. Maybe if Frosted Flakes was like my favorite cereal growing up, it would be different. It wasn't, so there is that. But it's so well done that if you're just a fan of action figures, like this one is one that you'll have fun just messing around with, having it in your collection, playing with it, doing whatever, taking pictures. A whole lot of fun. More than Mega Man and Street Fighter even, which is kind of crazy to think. Alright, so that's my review of Tony the Tiger. Very impressive action figure. Just, again, like, this figure has no right being as good as it is. It's just, it's so well done. And then the other thing is, like, I didn't even think about this. Like, the bowl holding hand can hold the basketball because it's got that peg hole in there. So it's just... Again, a whole lot of fun. Absolutely loving this figure. Didn't think I would care much for it. I was thinking, it looks cool or whatever. But I didn't realize, like, how, from an action figure standpoint and the execution of it, that it would just be better than most other 1/12 scale action figures really out there. And it's Tony the Tiger from Frosted Flakes. So it's just really cool. You guys let me know down in the comments below if you have any of the corporate mascots, whether it's Chester the Cheetah from, the Cheetos, or any of the other cereal mascots. Let me know what you guys think of those figures, if I should pick up any of them. And then, who else would you like to see? Like, what other cereal mascots are there that would be cool, that would look good? I forget that they're doing the Flintstones, the upcoming Flintstones for Fruity Pebbles and Choco. Is it Choco Pebbles? I was never a Choco Pebbles. I was a Fruity Pebbles kind of guy. So they're doing those, the Flintstones, through the cereal mascot. So those are upcoming. Those will be really cool as well. We'll see what else they're doing. They're also doing that one-off Frosty the Snowman, the Christmas classics. Just Jada Toys just killing it. You guys let me know down in the comments below your guys' thoughts. Let me know what you guys think of this figure. Again, if you're looking to pick it up, it is in stock right now at BigBadToyStore.com. So link in the video description below if you're looking to add them to your collection. I highly recommend it. Came out great. If you guys like this video, please do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. And as always, thank you for watching.